Let's go. Early delivering, progress on the ground. From Bartica to bird, developments all around. Early delivering, schools and roads and jobs. This is demand for the people who working non-stop. So wave your flag, let we celebrate. Vote PPPC before it's too late. Ali delivering, Ali delivering. 5 more years, let we keep on winning. He bringing water in the tap, fiber in the town. Housing schemes springing up all across the region now. Hospital and school free, CSANT and CAP. Look how this man changing the whole landscape. Land for young people, support for farmers. Cash grants flowing like the Essequibo waters. Minimum wage raise, cost of living down. Ali is a leader who always sticking around. Ali delivering lights and clean water, better infrastructure for every son and daughter. Ali delivering high-speed connection, laptops, tablets, and big pension. So wave your flag, let we celebrate. Vote PPPC before it's too late. Ali delivering, Ali delivering. 5 more years, let we keep on winning. He walking into villages, hugging granny and youth. Not a suit and tie, man, he's staying close to the truth. Health centers opening, farmers getting pay. Ali bringing hope to every new day. From hinterland to coast, the vision staying strong. A unifying leader moving Guyana along. We not looking back, we done see the light. With Ali in charge, Guyana future bright. Who building roads? Ali, Ali. Who bringing jobs? Ali, Ali. Who standing tall? Ali, Ali. Who working hard for all? Ali, more Ali delivering. Just watch the stats. He turning up the heat. No time to relax. Ali delivering. He leading the way. Vote for Ali come election day. Wave your rag, let we celebrate. Vote PPPC before it's too late. Ali delivering, Ali delivering. 5 more years, let we elevate.
We're finally on the throne. Real man of
It's election time again. And the only political party that have the Guyanese citizens at heart is the People's Progressive Party. We vote in PPPC, them is the only choice for we vote in PPPC, them is the only choice for we. Vote for progress, togetherness, prosperity. All we vote in PPPC, them is the only choice for we vote in PPPC, them is the only choice for we. Vote for progress, togetherness, prosperity. All we vote in. When PPP there in office, them just go straight to work. Roll back on taxes, easy burden, build back trust. House that for everybody, community rose bill, scholarship to open gate, training you to elevate. The farmers getting help, the Guyanese building wealth, the PPP working hard to build this nation strong. Job creation left and right, the PPP doing it right. Come election day, we vote in PPP again. We vote in PPPC, them is the only choice for we vote in PPPC, them is the only choice for we. Vote for progress, togetherness, prosperity. All we vote in PPPC, them is the only choice for we vote in PPPC, them is the only choice for we. Vote for progress, togetherness, prosperity. All we vote in. I say cup, you say up. Cup, up. When I say cup, you say
We voting for the PPPC again.
Bartica Region 7, get ready. It's your turn to join the red tsunami of support for another 5 years of transformational development for all Guyanese under the People's Progressive Party Civic. Stand strong with the PPPC on the road to elections victory on Saturday, August 9th at Bell Square, 2nd Avenue, Bartica. At 4 p.m., hear from President Dr. Irfan Ali, General Secretary Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, and other leaders who have been in the forefront of Guyana's historic transformation. Be there as the PPPC outlines their national development plans for the next 5 years of continued bold initiatives in education, healthcare delivery, entrepreneurship, agriculture, home ownership, job opportunities, youth development, and recreational infrastructure. Rally with the PPPC on Saturday, August 9th at Bell Square, 2nd Avenue, Bartica. At 4 p.m., the PPPC is the only multi-ethnic and trusted political party committed to ensuring no community is left behind. Vote PPPC. Forward together for a better Guyana.
blaze up,
Country
blaze
has
up,
music.
blaze up, blaze up, blaze up, blaze up, blaze up, blaze up. Earth finally passed through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. You can't see the next party confused. Don't talk about one term, I want two. PPC are where the people them choose. If you not vote, the whole country gonna lose. If you want to know who are the president for true, Earth finally aim at the man for them true. Yeah, so vote up, vote up, vote up, vote, vote up, vote up, vote up, no, vote up. Vote up, vote up, vote, vote up, vote up, vote up, vote. Blaze up,
Country
blaze
has
up,
music.
blaze up, blaze, blaze up, blaze up, blaze up, blaze. Earth finally passed through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. You can't see the next party confused. Don't talk about one term, I want two. PPC are where the people them choose. If you not vote, the whole country gonna lose. If you want to know who are the president for true, Earth finally aim at the man for them true. Yeah, so vote up, vote up, vote up, vote, vote up, vote up, vote up, no, vote up. Vote up, vote up, vote, vote up, vote up, vote up, vote.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of Livewire. It is the 8th of 2025, and happy to be here with you guys. Morning to all the persons joining us on YouTube and Facebook. Special good morning to all the persons joining us on TikTok, Thank you for taking the time to be here. We really appreciate you. I see Jaikaran Samai and what else we got there on TikTok? Only two on TikTok. We're struggling a little bit, but we're new to the platform. So, right? Indra, morning to you. Morning to all the people on Facebook and YouTube as well, across the diaspora, the 10 administrative regions. Pamela Gopi, Balwan Dan Ranch, Ram Narain Singh, morning to you. Rajendra, morning to you as well. Chef Rocky, Vishnu Chintaman, morning to you. Wazim Nabi, Suknanan Bud, Joseph Sitar, Kamal Chan Mahadiu, good morning to you. Anthony Wong, morning. Chris, Mohammed Isaf Nadi, Leslie Mangal, Bibi Haq, morning to you. Pasat Pati, Ganesh Bharat, morning to you. Asif Ahmad, Fazila Hayum, morning to you. Shariza Mustafa, Dr. Nandalal, good morning. Arnold Hanuman, Ronald Jones, Abu Sharif, morning to you. Tularam morning. Philip Diablo, Sunita Sukraj, morning. Rajendra Singh, Dianan Suku, Rahima Marali, Krishna Deodat, Naz Ali, John Walter, Salome, Sandy Mangar, Tara Babulal, morning to you. Gita Prasad, Romana, morning to you. Clear Narain, morning. Shakila Briglal, and all the time I say in Briglal, when it's Briglal, I'm getting it right now. Morning to the Briglals. Faisal Ghani, Karen Dunarain, good morning. Sunita Desmond, morning to you. Eunice Ragu Beer, special good morning to you. Rita and Polly as well. Bibi Kali Charan, good morning. Joe Nabi John, good morning to you. Satna Singh, morning to you. Dolly Singh, morning to you. Ramesh Prasad, Lloyd Lal, Rihanna, good morning. David Arjun, Betty Chris, Love RN, okay. Kyla Daniels joining us all the way from Morocco region number 5, the only indigenous village in region 5. Who else is there? Jane from St. Martin, good morning. Walter Fisher, Osan Johnson, morning to you. Robert Ramp, Alan Khan, Don Alfonso, Lola Harry, Gil Eon, Intiaz Bacchus. Okay, great. All right. That's it. Janet Lal, morning. I can't call everybody. We're going to be here a while because it's not fair. In the comments. Karen De Silva Ali, Gita Prasad, Narish Kafour, Soma Bipat. That's the last. Morning, everybody. Let's jump right into it. Got quite a few things to discuss this morning. Some more funnier than others. Right? So apparently there was a video yesterday posted by the Sheriff News Network where there is an individual who is claiming that he was paid $1 million to steal some trucks out of a storage yard that Sheriff had somewhere, I think along the East Bank around the Heroes Highway area there. Now, this is my thing. I don't know how much money somebody could pay me to go to jail. You understand? Because you don't got access to the money. You don't know what happened to you in jail. You could get some sick. You could get that kind of thing that happened to you in jail. So a lot of persons on social media were saying that they think that this is an orchestrated thing, by Amir and Sheriff. But I am wondering, sorry, the software says something wrong with the stream on my page. Just checking to see. Oh, no. They ended the stream on my page. Just a second, please. Right, so I'm trying to get this stream back up on, okay, hopefully it stays up. Nevertheless, the point I was making, Akeem McPherson fast by Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Akeem. Anyway, so sorry, I get distracted. Back to cricket. So I am finding it hard to believe that someone would put themselves in such a situation where they have to engage with the police and answer questions and be, I guess, held accountable for their actions, which were influenced by others and monetary gain. Now, like I said, I heard persons saying that this is something orchestrated by sheriff. But as the guy who they're claiming did the theft, do you realize that sheriff taking him to the police? So he will have to knowingly allow himself to be arrested, charged, put before the court, probably sentenced, because them trucks is big money. So stealing one of them trucks worth millions of dollars, there will be repercussions. So I am wondering how much money, if this is a setup, how much money are persons willing to accept to put themselves in harm's way like that? To probably be arrested and locked up for several years and them kind of thing. So I am waiting to see the outcome of that. If based on what the gentleman said in the video I saw, I don't think it was a setup. I think persons took advantage of somebody looking for some cash. And I don't know why this guy would think, actually, because based on what the video said, he took one of the trucks or two of the trucks or something like that. And he came the next day and he told them what he did and alleged that he was paid by Mohammeds and all this other stuff. They gotta do better. They gotta do better, you know? This is not the kind of thing that makes Guyana look good. We need to understand that in this election period, we don't need certain type of nonsense around. And that there is serious nonsense. So if anybody's paying anybody to go and move people thing or bond the thing or block up anything, we're not in that frame of mind anymore as Guyanese. We're not in that frame of mind anymore. Everybody has a choice. People will not always agree with your choice, but you make your choice and stay in your corner. Don't damage anybody's property. Don't steal anything from anybody. Whoever wins the election, the others who would have lost, don't come out on the road to play you blocking roads and you're boarding this and you're stopping, or you stopping normalcy in this country, right? There's nobody from any of the political parties that are that are designated to give the results of the general and regional elections in this country. Nobody from any political party. There's a body in charge of that. And whatever the body says goes. And if you have a dispute about what the body says, there are processes and procedures that you go through to deal with that, right? So again, I'm saying, let's stop the nonsense during elections time. As adults, because it's only adults could vote and take part in elections, I'm asking my fellow Guyanese, whether you're Afro, Indo, or whatever, well, tough cookie, okay. But I'm saying, if he is given a fake story, it will crumble under scrutiny from the police. Right? So that's all I'm saying. If it's a fake story, it will crumble under scrutiny. If it is true, then he would have to produce $1 million. You'd have to say where Mohammeds or whoever would have allegedly met him. They got surveillance cameras all over. Somebody must see something. You understand? So we'll go through it, and at the end we'll find out what the truth is. right? Moving on. Moving on. Yesterday was a funny day. Yesterday was funny as hell. Shout out to Conan Bell and everybody in Bartica. And just because I see Conan Bell on this live, let me run it once.
We voting for the PPPC again.
Bartica Region 7, get ready. It's your turn to join the red tsunami of support for another 5 years of transformational development for all Guyanese under the People's Progressive Party Civic. Stand strong with the PPPC on the road to elections victory on Saturday, August 9th at Bell Square, 2nd Avenue, Bartica. At 4 p.m. Hear from President Dr. Irfan Ali, General Secretary Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, and other leaders who have been in the forefront of Guyana's historic transformation. Be there as the PPPC outlines their national development plans for the next 5 years of continued bold initiatives in education, healthcare delivery, entrepreneurship, agriculture, home ownership, job opportunities, youth development, and recreational infrastructure. Rally with the PPPC on Saturday, August 9th at Bell Square, 2nd Avenue, Bartica at 4 p.m. The PPPC is the only multi-ethnic and trusted political party committed to ensuring no community is left behind. Vote PPPC. Forward together for a better Guyana.
Morning to Jason Helliger and Mike Bishram as well. Alicia Adams, that's okay. That's your thought. If you think the PPPC is dead with the kind of attendance it has at its public meetings and rallies, then I guess that is the way to be. What are we gonna do? Right? So guys, don't forget Bartica is happening up there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. I don't have no accommodations in Bartica and I am sleeping on the road. So most likely we will feed off of one of the streams coming out of Bartica so that we can bring that live to you. But wow, they got space in Bartica for people. Anyway, we continuing. So I wanted to share this with you. I would have shared a video a couple of weeks ago. I think I attended the first public meeting of the Win Party, which was up in Parfaith Harmony. And they had several candidates making presentations. The one that jumped out at me was, "We are here. We are here, Parfaith. We are here. 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 We are here." That was the entire message. That was the entire message of a Region 3 candidate to residents of Region 3. We are here. We are here. The Win Party is here. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. That's how they expect to win elections. So guess what? Guess what? They went back and they revamped the presentation. They went back and revamped the presentation. Let me flip this camera so y'all can see what's going on TikTok. Y'all might think it's lying. This lady's crazy. I still getting accustomed to TikTok. Y'all bear with me. There we go. Right TikTok. So y'all could see on the screen. And on TikTok, tap the screen and share the live. I see the thing prompted me to remind y'all. Tap the screen and share the live. Trouble. So let's go with the upgraded version. Right? Let's go with the upgraded version too. We are here. We are here. The lady who wanted DJ Magnum walk. You understand? Listen.
Cabinet members' qualification. I gave me a match. I asked me for 10. Hold on. And Mr. Ali and Mr. Jaglo, I need more qualified than you. People. One! Mr. Samuel Hines.
What in heaven's name? What in heaven's name was that? Right? What was that? What was that? No, listen to me. I don't know if it has changed, with the advent of oil and gas in this country, right? I don't know if it has changed now with the advent of oil and gas in this country, but former Prime Minister Samuel Hines, indeed, I think was the only chemical engineer in this country for many years. Only chemical engineer. This wretch equating herself to Sam Hines. Furthermore, ma'am, you're saying that you are more qualified than the president and the vice president? What? You know what? Somebody needs to challenge that, right? Somebody needs to challenge that. So I am hoping that some brave reporter will actually take her to task and ask her to produce these certificates and accreditations that she's talking about. This is the lunacy that we have as options for the next government, right? Jesus. If we're looking at presentations alone, the president does talk and scream too, right? The president, when he's presenting and he becomes passionate about what he's saying, he might talk and he might scream during his presentations, but from a place of passion and love for the Guyanese people, and sometimes vexation because he understands what is at stake. He understands how people like this young lady and others, other parties, other political parties are trying to mislead Guyanese. So sometimes he becomes passionate. He might scream out or speak loudly at the mic. But one thing we can assure ourselves, it is not just a incoherent rant, right? It's not an incoherent rant. And in there somewhere during the president's presentation, because I didn't come into the general secretary as yet, I cannot remember him operating like that. He makes his point, he speaks in a certain tone, and he keeps that going. If he's at a rally and the crowd is loud, he would raise his tone, but the president is more flamboyant in his presentations, I think, right? So the president speaks out in passion. But in between that passion, in between that screaming, in between all the loud talk, you hear about delivery to the people of Guyana. You hear about the future, what they can expect, what will be done in the area. And the information is presented in a coherent manner. I would even talk about the General Secretary and Vice President's presentation. How analytical it is, how fact-based it is in terms of the information. And madam, we are here, got the gall to call them people name in Shimo. And this is your display as somebody with higher intelligence than our president and our vice president. This is your really? This is you?
All the cabinet members' qualification. Give me a match.
All the cabinet member qualifications. So you telling me that you are more qualified than the Attorney General? You telling me? All them liars that they got in the cabinet, you telling me you more qualified than them? I would like to test it. In what field? In what area of study? Which doctorate you're holding? In what area of study? A doctorate in what? You have to be a complete joker. And to come to Guyanese, and look, I often say there are delusional Guyanese in this country because as I said, I stood at the WIN public meeting, the first one, and I was wondering, I saw a friend there, me and her used to go to business school together, right? And I saw her there, and I called her over and I said, man, you listening to this? She's like, yeah, she's laughing. And I asked her, I said, but this is what you're supporting. This is what you're supporting. And she go, and that's it. I honestly feel that the people who are supporting this grouping, they don't care about what happens to Guyana. I feel like this is a grouping of persons who have some sort of grievance with the government, and they see this as a way to exact revenge, some way, somehow, like once we get here, then we're going to get them back. We're going to get them back. So it's not even about having your candidates tell you about things that are important to you and your development and your children. It's just about having someone on stage to perform and make themselves an idiot. Imran Ali, we come into that too. That Nirmala Allen, more so, I call it Attorney General. Look the name Nirmala Allen put forward. Right? She is claiming to be more qualified than Ashni Singh, Matsman himself. Lady, have a seat. Have a seat and stop embarrassing yourself. These videos will live on forever. At the next general and regional elections, we will be laughing at these things. We will be reminding ourselves of the foolishness that these persons. Elisha Adams said, breaking news, vote APNU only for Guyana. That's only you. It's only you. Yeah. Elisha, you check y'all public meetings and how they're going on. Nobody cares about the APNU anymore. Irrelevant. Even your own members running from your party. Name one PVP person, PVP activist, PVP member, PVP cabinet member, PVP chairman, whoever that defect and come over to the APNU. Something so horrible in the PVP. They could only find betterment in the APNU. Give me one example, Elisha Adams. Just one. I'll wait. Anyway, so the jokes continue. So there was a press conference yesterday, and many of you may be thinking that I am talking about the General Secretary's press conference. No. Whilst he did have a press conference, there was another press conference yesterday, right? Here's a snippet.
But today I stand in front of you as a law-abiding citizen of this country.
Look at the law-abiding citizen. Look the law-abiding citizen in action. Assaulting a female, pulling out a weapon, lashing she in her face because she came for what she was promised. Look at the law-abiding citizen. That's why I'm like, this whole grouping cannot be serious. So yesterday at the press conference, I had to ask the General Secretary his thoughts on this. Right? Doggy holds a press conference on behalf of the Win Party, quoting scripture and sanction is just a word, God and time gonna tell, and them kind of foolishness. I honestly believe that these guys think, calling himself a fan, he's a fan, he doesn't want no official position. These guys are taking the politics of Guyana, the governance of Guyana, Guyana's future, as a frigging joke. As a joke. Right? This is absolutely ridiculous. Elise Adams here. I ain't gonna let you go, you know. I like that you're here because at least I have a chance to, and why you see my face, at least I have a chance to educate you on, you know, sensible things. Now, listen to me. I want us to take a look this morning at Doggy's press conference versus Doggy's presidential candidate's silence. As the wrong man was holding the mic yesterday. As I repeat, the wrong man was holding the mic yesterday as, oh my goodness, brother. It speaks volumes that Bradley Doggy Sampson, a man with no official leadership role in the Team Muhammad's party, is the one commanding the microphone for 20 minutes at a press conference. While as Muhammad, the man asking the Guyanese to make him president, has yet to face the media for even 5 minutes. Y'all understand what I just said to you? Doggy has been labeled as a fan, a groupie. You understand? But the groupie is the one standing and speaking to the media about your party. Mind you, he ain't saying much stuff with sense. But he has done more than you to actually field the questions and give a response. Might be a stupid response, but it's a response. No, I don't know if Ass knows this, but presidential candidates are supposed to lead from the front, answer tough questions, and most importantly, present their vision. Instead, Team Muhammad's, the political party, has handed the spotlight to a political hype man while hiding their actual leader from scrutiny. Now we must ask ourselves, all of you on Facebook, all of you on YouTube, and even you persons on TikTok, we must ask ourselves, is this Team Muhammad's party afraid of questions? If Muhammad cannot handle questions from Guyanese journalists, no. When he has no real accountability to the people of Guyana. Right? What will happen when or if he ever had to sit across from regional leaders? And that's the ignorance of somebody like a Winston, who my analysis of the buffoonery that went on yesterday, Winston Hope thinks that I'm jealous of Asjid Mohammed. That shows Winston Hope doesn't have any care for the future of this country, with all that has been happening to persons associated with that party. If Asjid Mohammed is voted into the presidency, all of us fall under that umbrella. The whole country, including this idiot Winston Hope. You understand? Including this guy Winston Hope. So when none of us can do anything and we're all left like Haiti or not Haiti, Cuba or Venezuela, Winston will be happy. You understand? That's when Winston will be happy. But it's a good thing all Guyanese aren't as blind as Winston, or all Guyanese didn't drink a stick of a Kool-Aid as Winston, so that we could realize foolishness and back up ourselves, as a popular politician just said. Back up ourselves before we end up in worries with T. Mohammed's. Right? Now, as I was saying, if this is As's behavior now with journalists, Guyanese journalists, when he's sitting across from regional leaders, international investors, or a press corps in the time of crisis, right? You could imagine us at the helm of this country as commander-in-chief if the Venezuela situation escalates. Huh? You can imagine us dealing with mass flooding in the country because of rain. Think about it. Leadership is about accountability. The Mohammed's silence from its so-called intellectuals on the candidate list shows that either they have no ideas or they have been muddled to avoid exposing fractures in the party. Simple as that. Now, again, we as Guyanese must ask, where are the brains in the T. Mohammed's camp? Right? Where are the brains in T. Mohammed's camp? Now, to be honest with you, there are people with actual qualifications. Not we are here. And we are here, I'm challenging you to bring those qualifications to the front. Let me see, right? There are actual persons with qualifications on the T. Mohammed's list. Business people, activists, former professionals like Dr. Mark DeForge. Yet none of them are speaking. Why? Are they embarrassed to be in the company they're keeping? Or is the T. Mohammed's communication strategy to let Doggy rant online while everyone else plays invisible? You have seasoned politicians in the Win Party. Natasha Smith-Lewis, Black Pudding Mandata, Tabitha Sarabo Haley. Why are you putting them to the front? They're former members of parliament. Why not have them field questions from journalists? It's something they're accustomed to. Or is it that they don't want to be associated or seen on certain platforms with the T. Mohammeds? Mark DeForge would have done a better job than we are here. We are here. We are here. I'm not qualified an alien junkie. Oh, I'm qualified. I'm going on like a lunatic. So T. Mohammed needs to let us know. Why not put the persons who are not completely empty in their head as the persons to represent you? You have Odessa Primus as a general secretary. The general secretary, based on what I see and know, guides the party, creates the vision. You understand the path that they're going down, keeps everybody in line, making sure that the party is going and surviving, defending the party with truth and right. How you getting out of Odessa Primus? Odessa Primus is a literal comic. She's a comic. But she's general secretary. So either way, it's a dangerous sign when a party's best minds have nothing to say in the middle of an election. And mind you, these best minds they have were some of the worst minds and in the parties that they came from. Natasha, completely irrelevant and a waste. Nothing substantial or significant for her. There's nothing out of Natasha Smith Lewis that the populace will remember 10 years from now. Right? Persons might even remember she was a parliamentarian. Tabitha, her claim to fame is firing a bunch of public servants that her party rehired. Told her she didn't have the power to do that as a minister. Right? That's her claim to fame. And her father, Black Pudding Man. That's all we know about Tabitha. We know Mark the Forge, Mr. Forger, El Signataro. And you got watch he. So if he's forging at the low level, what gonna happen at the higher level? What is going to happen at the higher level? The presidential candidate, if you evading taxes since then, if you're evading taxes since then and smuggling gold, what happened when you in charge of everything and everybody got fall in line because you in charge? So I'm here to tell you these shenanigans that you're seeing from the Team Mohammed party is a hollow campaign. Team Mohammed presents itself as a fresh alternative, but there is no clear manifesto, no policy details, and no costed plans. Just social media stunts, loud live streams. We are here! And choreographed outrage. That's what you're getting from them. That's it. Guyanese can't afford to gamble the country's future on a political experiment run on ego and vibes. What's this? A puppet show? Is this a puppet show? No, we must always contrast hype versus substance. The T. Mohammed's campaign style mirrors the worst of celebrity politics. Flashy events, expensive staging, online theatrics, but zero policy depth. Their star moments are carefully controlled appearances, never unscripted engagements with real questions. What will T. Mohammeds do for jobs? How will they manage the health sector? What are their plans for healthcare, education, or public safety? Silence on everything. Silence. Right? Now, there's something also important at play here. There's the mystery of us. the Ask Mystery. Ask Muhammad has not held a single press conference to answer unscripted, hard questions about his policies, his readiness to govern, or even his personal record. If this is how he behaves during the campaign, Guyanese can only imagine how secretive and unaccountable he would be if given real power. I'll tell you this morning. Guyanese deserve a real leader, and I should say real leaders, and not mascots. Right? Not mascots. That is a mascot. Optimus Primus is a mascot. Mark the Forge is a mascot. What happened to my condition, Miss Canterbury? What are you talking about? I don't look like Doggy. Those the best you see Doggy yesterday, Miss Canterbury. You understand? So, again, Guyanese deserve real leaders, not the mascots they have in the Team Armies party that prancing around for entertainment purposes. Right? I saw this guy Telford Lane, and I honestly think something is wrong with Telford. Somebody need to, Miss Canterbury, your auntie loves me. That is why I'm her man. Right? And she loves me. Guyana is known for its lumber. She loves me. So yes, I am your auntie's man. As I was saying to you, no mascots like the idiots in the Team Muhammad's camp with nothing to offer you. Imagine the persons with the most voice in the Team Muhammad's camp are the comics, the people who go up on stage and make yourself a fool for people to laugh at, people who picking fear on the corner and showing out them not so toned body all over the place. You understand? Take a test at Boss Mom. You go and take a test. Where is your husband? Right? Not prostitutes on the corner. That's who they picking up to rally people. The persons who were cast out of the party. That's who they picking up to rally people. And those not even coming to talk on their behalf. Big forged Mark de France that can't mount a platform for Team Muhammad's yet, at least a significant platform. That is what they're offering to Guyanese people. Right? Hold on Facebook. Yeah, guys, sorry about that. I had to address something on TikTok. But yeah, right? So in politics, the person holding the office matters. You can't get any junkalar sanctions, stupidity banner, can't formulate a proper sentence, got an idiot like Doggy talking to he, and a moron like Miss Canterbury rallying for him on Facebook. Go watch what I say, right? The president cannot be a figurehead propped up by a spokesman with no mandate, right? As himself said, Doggy's a groupie, he's a fan, right? He said Miss Canterbury's a groupie, she's a fan. She ain't got no purpose. She just there on to get things. Doggy and Miss Canterbury. 2 worries. Right? So this current approach by Team Mohammed shows they're not serious about leadership. Only about distribution. Well, I should say about not distribution, disruption for disruption's sake. That's all they're interested in. By the end of the day, as I tell the game, Miss Canterbury, As will be held accountable for all that he did. All of you, just like you, Miss Canterbury, I hope that you are held accountable for your interactions as well. You understand? And let's see how you fare after the fact. After the fact. At the end of the day, OFAC sanctions aren't from this country. So whether AS wins or not, they will still be in place. When AS lose, right? You dirty, terrible person, you street person, Miss Canterbury, when AS loses, you guys will still not have bank accounts or insurance policies. And at some point, AS will be called up to answer to all the allegations against him. Because as person said, from the overseas authorities, they have the information, they have the evidence. So y'all could think that is the PPP and Jadio and Ali sanction us as much as you want. The chickens will still come home to roost, whether you guys believe it or not. You understand? They will still come home to roost. And I'd love to see what you guys have to say at that point. Right? So as I wrap it up on this nonsense of a press conference by Dougie yesterday, I say this to Miss Canterbury, I say this to us and co, or us Ital. If your presidential candidate is too scared to answer questions, too weak to lead his own press conference, and too reliant on a sidekick to do his talking, you don't have a political party. You have a circus. And Guyana deserves a government, not an opening act. Right? This is not a comedy show. This is our country we're talking about. And we cannot let persons like us and team feel like they can come here without any sort of relevant plan to move this country forward, and Guyana is just going to jump on board and support them. There will be some, but I'm saying to Miss Canterbury, you stupid, stupid, stupid person, that Guyana's got more sense. Now, I want to turn my attention to the press conference yesterday by the General Secretary. And very soon, very shortly, okay, so before I move on, I wasn't paying attention to the comments here on Facebook. But let's challenge what Elijah Rashford has put forward. Courdel Jones and the undercover video won award for exposing corruption. Shut your stink mouth, Courdel. Now listen to me. If you're talking about the Vice News reporter, anybody who look at that documentary and said that there was something incriminating, y'all crazy. The man offered money. The man said, no. The vice president said, no. No. We'll give you all the help you need. No. I'm not collecting any money. She asked about Sue. The man said, yes, I know Sue. What exactly did she expose? the gentleman in the documentary who claimed that he know Jack Dio and he got links and them kind of thing, Jack Dio sued. Jack Dio sued the man for saying, well, hey, what's that you telling people? This is not factual. He sued the guy. So what is your point? What is your point? Anyway, I'm moving on to the press conference. Here, Miss Canterbury, they're bigger than Cathy Hughes. That's the point. So, yesterday, the General Secretary for the People's Progressive Party touched on quite a few topics. But the one that made me chuckle the most was when he said, a man's telling people to tell the PPP come out chain box. Well, Amanza, the man has made it clear, right? The man has made it clear. There's no vacancies for prime ministerial candidates in the PPP, right? And he also let the public know that there's no truth to the statement that, or to the information put out by Amanza and team. Now, just for the persons who may not know, just for those who may not know, and it shouldn't be much of you. The PPPC already has a confirmed prime ministerial candidate in Brigadier retired Mark Phillips. Right? Confirmed. Amanza's claim is baseless and backed by any evidence? No. This is complete political fiction. Now, more so than political fiction, it's a desperate grab for relevance. Walton Desir has a history of using sensational claims to stain the political conversation. So you remember the duck curry? So people must feel bad that the government eating duck curry. You understand? Playing on people's emotions. You remember Christina? When she smelled it so much. And the calculation was so wrong. Christina. So persons who didn't take the time to do the maths. It's like, oh God, boy, look what they're doing, Christina, boy. Oh God, look what they're doing, Christina. Oh God, they're eating up the duck curry and the coconut choke in the parliament. These PPP people terrible. Look how they're eating up the duck curry. A man's eating none. When she eat 2 times, lash and go back for a SLR. SLR, Amanza went back for. And for those who don't know what SLR is, a second lash of rice she went back for. Right? So this claim that the PPP trying to get her to be hold on a second, y'all. Anyway, so as I was saying, Amanza often uses these sensational claims to stir up people's emotions. So this is not about governance, it's more about personal publicity. She's trying to get into the eyes of the public. Right? What we have seen over the years with the PPP is leadership stability. The party has consistently maintained strong leadership continually going into elections. Voters know exactly who the PPPC team is. There's no musical cheers or last minute gambles and them kind of thing. Like Doggy rowing with the other parties. Why y'all didn't call it we be the PPP? Why y'all didn't call it we be the PPP? Come on, bro. Come on. Imagine if all you got to come together to fight on one party. What I said? Now, we have to understand political stunts versus real work. While Amanza is making viral videos, the PPPC is delivering housing, infrastructure, jobs, social programs. Amanza, I say this to you with the most love in my heart. Governance is about results, not rumors. Right? So you might be able to create some sensational stuff for Facebook, but at the end of the day, you have to produce once you're in office. So you should understand that clickbait politics won't build Guyana. The PPPC is focused on substance over spectacle. Running the country, not running up views. And this brings me back to Telford Lane. Telford Lane, in a rant on Facebook, compared Doggy's 4,000 something views to Jadio 3,000 something views. Now, I think it was an 800 or 700 difference between the amount of persons on each live. But Telford, it goes to show the fact that you're using this as some sort of measurement, right? It shows that how out of touch you are with reality. Government information and press conference is about information informing the people. People will always gravitate to sensational stupidness over actual information to build them. It's known. You don't see Doggy, who does talk the most foolishness, always has thousands of people on his life. And how many Telford Lane? If Doggy was somebody over you or with responsibility for your life, you think you would have a good life? Persons who always in controversy, persons who are cutting up and going on and lawless on Facebook, that's what's getting most following. People like them thing, they like controversy, they like them kind of excitement. What we gonna do? What people gonna do? But the fact that 3,200 persons join the live to actually hear credible information about the nation, what the future plans are, and how the persons at the helm of the nation plan to implement those. 3,200 persons tune in. That says a lot. You are boasting because 4,000 people tune in to hear foolishness. You as an intellectual Telford Lane, as you saying to me that press conference by Doug yesterday, you are proud of it. I don't know if you're a Team Mohammed supporter. You seem so, because you seem to be lobbying on their behalf a lot. And this is a guy who is just like Jamal, overseas-based Guyanese, right? Overseas-based Guyanese, and they're here involved in Guyana. Well, I can't say like Jamal, because Jamal is here, I think a lot more than Telford. At least I know that Jamal, he has a business here, and it's like Jamal still got Guyanese citizenship. But people like Telford Lane, I don't know when last I see a photo with Telford Lane in Guyana. He living the best life overseas. He living the best life overseas. So for him to compare the talking stupidness that people like, controversy, or obviously people gonna tune in to hear what stupidness that he got to say. Because there's like he press conference, we gotta see what going on here. We got to see what's going on. It's something, you know. So again, substance over spectacle. So Guyanese deserve leaders with a track record of service, not a feed full of unfounded claims. Right? So you could post all them things you want on Facebook, back it up with some evidence, show the call log or something. Right? Now, we must discuss the PNCR defector factor. Walton's move away from the PNCR has not been followed by any clear policy vision or grassroots work. In other words, the same kind of impact she had in the PNC is the same kind of impact she have in forward movement. This latest claim that people want her to be vice presidential candidate for the PPP is designed to distract from her lack of meaningful political direction. You understand? So don't be fooled by these people. Don't. Anyway, guys, it's about time for me to get out here. I hope that Miss Canterbury comes back on Monday from 8 to 9 right here on TikTok. We'll be expecting you. You understand? Please don't tire out yourself over the weekend. You and Tamika Velosa, I know that you guys may be rolling with Fata, but I'm asking you guys to take it light. Remember, it's skin, so continuous friction can cause peeling. You might get something, that kind of thing. Yeah, try, please. Please take care of yourself. Anyway, guys, don't forget this weekend, Bartica rally coming up, and then on Sunday it's Bath, right? That's what we do to your auntie. Anyway, y'all take care, and as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace, it's all about love, it's all about one guy.
People struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.